Welcome to QSR Nation, your weekly dose of food service marketing tips and business strategies for success. Here's your hosts, Josh Anderson, Beth Oots, and Anthony Pierce from the PFS Brands National Headquarters.
Hey everybody, welcome back to QSR Nation. As always, we have Josh, Beth, and Tony from the PFS Brands National Headquarters in Holtzsett, Missouri to talk about food service marketing and business strategies for success. Today we're going to talk about consistency. We've hit on this numerous times before, I think, but we haven't really dove in depth on it. So why is consistency so important at your location when it comes to your employee interactions with your customers, Beth?
You know, with service consistency, you have to make sure that you're providing your customer the exact same service every time. And that service has to be excellent. You can't just have bad service because bad service and consistency does not mix well.
Nope.
So you need to make sure that all of your employees are trained of how exactly do you want to be treated as a customer? Are they going to be asking them how your day is? Are you going to be listening to them and exactly understanding what they're wanting and what they're needing? So that way they understand how they can better serve that customer every single time that they come in, because the more times that you have the better consistency of that great service, people are going to become loyal to your brand and become loyal to the place where they're trying to shop at. That's
correct. You know, and one of the things that we also have to remember as we focus on that guest interaction and that consistency there needs to be consistency in the fundamentals of their daily job. So, I mean, they need to make sure that they communicate well to you as a manager or an owner that, you know, they fully understand their job so they can be consistent in the day-to-day execution. They understand that, you know, they've got to do certain things at certain times of the day to be prepared for rushes and, you know, and the ebb and tide that we see with customer counts and traffic in and out of the stores. You know, they've got to be consistent in those fundamental basics so that way they can start to develop hopefully kind of a second nature in the consistency game for that public interaction when it comes to, you know, greeting people.
Yeah, for sure. And like we've all had bad days. So I mean, sometimes it's hard to always be on your A game when it comes to customer interactions. But maybe that's why it's so important to have maybe these pre-built scripts behind your hot case, you know, to just kind of start with a smile and just read off of this so people can kind of get started.
Exactly. And, you know, and for our brands of Champs Chicken and Cooper's Express, we do provide scripts for your employees. So that way, every single time an employee or a customer comes in there, your employee understands exactly what they're supposed to say to the customer. And it kind of gives them that foundation and a little bit more of their ownership of, like, this is exactly what I have to say. I don't have to come up with anything different. And every single time your customer comes in, they know exactly what they're going to be asked, and there's no surprises.
And, you know, the follow-up on your point, Josh, about, you know, if you're having a bad day, those scripts can really help kind of rein you back in so you can provide that consistent service. Because if you're having a bad day and your mind's drifting, you're focused on other things, you know, you're not really engaged, you're not really there, knowing that you've got that go-to piece to kind of get back in that groove, to put you back on track so that you can, you know, get that consistency out there and have that same experience for that customer. It can not only can it help keep the customer hopefully unaware of your bad day, but it can also get you usually out of that funk a little bit because you quit focusing on whatever it is that's distracting you and you kind of get back to your basics.
For sure. I know we can definitely help you out with any of those kind of scripts that you like to have for the back of your hot case. You can always reach out to us at mdf@pfsbrands.com for anything like that. You guys want to wrap it up with anything regarding consistency and employee skills?
I think that we have officially hashtagged the word consistency on this podcast. If you can count how many times we've said it, you can win a big prize, it seems like.
Well, if you want more consistency, come back next week for part 2, where we're going to talk about being consistent in the display of your hot case, your store in general, and obviously making your food consistent as well for each time the employee comes, or not employee, a customer comes to your hot case.
That's right. Consistency matters.
Yep. And on that note, for Josh, Beth, and Tony and QSR Nation, we'll talk to you next week.
Stop by next week for another QSR Nation episode or visit pfsbrands.com.